Mm, Good morning, my dear students. So in this video I'm going to explain you front axle topic. Okay, so already we know that what do you mean by axle and rear axle and what are the different types of axle. So after watching that, so you'll understand this front axle. Okay, so I told already axle means it will support the main function of axle is it will transmit the power from engine to the wheel. Okay, no, so normally in the engine is connected with a differential, that is engine is connected with some transmission system to differential component. From differential component, either side axle will be there. Okay, it is like a shaft, it will be shaft, it will be mounted in the shaft. So from the axle, power will supply to the wheel. So that is about the meaning of axle. Okay, so normally the front wheel of the vehicles are mounted in the front axle. So as name indicate that front means front side of the vehicles axles are mounted. Okay, such axles are called as front axles. Okay, the main function of this is it support the weight of the front part of the vehicle. Okay, now it will sustain the weight what we are going to put on the vehicles. It will support. Okay, now so second is it facilitate the steering system also, and it will absorb the shock which are transmitted to due to the road surface irregularities. Okay, so it will also support if the vehicle is moving irregular roads. Okay, now so it will not, it will control the dumping of vehicle, that is a movement of that is a shaking of vehicle. And okay, now the last one is it will absorb the torque applied on it due to the braking of the vehicles. Okay, so before understanding this, there are the different types of axles are there which will be fixed in the vehicles. Okay, first one is a dead axle. Okay, so here dead axle means these are the axle are those axle which do not rotate. So here I showed in the diagram, it will be fixed on the either side, on the, that is the both the vehicles shaft. Okay, now so it will not turn. Okay, and these axles have sufficient rigidity and the strength to take the weight. Okay, so due to this, due to unmovement, it will sustain the weight. Even if you put to load high amount also it can sustain. And both the ends of the front axle are suitable designed to accommodate the stub axle also. Okay. So second one is a live axle. Okay, so here in this axle, it is, these are the axles are used to transmit the power from gearbox to front wheel. So gearbox will be there in the in between center. There from that there will be passes the power from gearboxes to the wheel. Okay, and the main function of this one is the front axle although resemble rear axle, but they are different at the ends. Whereas here the rear wheels are mounted in both the side. Okay, now so this type of live axles you can see in the Maruti 800 vehicles. Okay, so if you observe that vehicle, so this live axle are used on that component. Okay, so here I shown in the diagram also how the arrangement will be there. So both the side and top of there will be dump will be there. Okay, so stub axle. So stub axle means these are the connected to the front axle by kingpin. So front wheels are mounted on the stub axle arrangement for steering. Stub axle turns on the kingpins, that is kingpins fitted in the front axle beam eye and is located and locked thereby a taper quarter pin. Stub axles are for the four types. Okay, now these are the fixed by the front side axle but with the help of by kingpins. Okay, so these are the different types of stub axles are used in different vehicle. And nowadays model cars they are using this type of axle. Okay, that is alloyed, reversed alloyed, laminoy, reversed laminoy. Okay, so here some of the component I shown here, different types of stub axle. Okay, so what are the advantage of by using the front axle? So the main advantage of this is it will maintain the vehicle body at perfect level while traveling over rough. Okay, na, even the vehicles is traveling in a rough road, so that is in a uphill or downhill, it will maintain a perfect level. It will not bend or it will not turn any either side, either left hand side, right hand side. So it will have a sustain to maintain the level of traveling. Okay, so even uneven ground. So I told even rough road, uneven road, high uphill, downhill. Okay, na, even that is a moisty road. Okay, na, so this enables that up and down movement of the wheels related to the body. Okay, na, so the whole body it will control by using this front axle. Okay, so normally front axle used in a highly loaded vehicles. Okay, so second one is it will insulate the vehicle structure from the shock and vibration due to irregularities of the road surfaces without affecting its stability. Not only it will control the perfect level, it will also control from the shock absorber and the vibration which will be produced in the vehicle. Okay, now so these are the main function of using the front axle in the vehicles. Okay, next, so for using this some disadvantages also there. So the disadvantage is the what means the front wheel drive tends to have a lower towing capacity than the rear wheel. Okay, now as compared to rear axle, it has some low capacity. Okay, so standing capacity is compared to rear wheel is very low. And second disadvantage is it will drive has worse acceleration than the rear wheel drive, which is why most sporty and race cars use in the rear wheel drive. So as compared to rear wheel, the acceleration is little very bad by using this front axle. Okay, so what are the main use of this? So this front axle is used to carry the weight of the front part of the vehicle, as well as to facilitate the steering and absorb the shock due to the road surface vibration variation, and it must be right and robust in the construction. Okay, now so this almost it is used in all the vehicles. It is a okay now, so the main use of by using this is to observe the shock absorber and the road surface even uneven also it will maintain the constant. Okay now, so this is about the concept of that is a what front axle. Okay, so just to understand that front axle means so from the engine the power is transmitted from the engine to wheel, so that work it will do the front axle. Okay, so it will support the weight of the front part of the vehicle only, not rear. Okay, so this is about the concept of front axle. Just to remember that in examination they may ask you what is the main function of front axis. Okay, so it will not ask about detail. So if they ask means you can need to explain only definition. Okay, so front axle, what is the dead axle, what is the live axle, okay, stub axle, everything are given in the notes. Just to go through it. Okay, now definitions. Okay, along with that diagram is very important in this course. Okay, thank you.